Greetings, this is Vlodril and welcome to the first look for Star Trek Resurgence, which came out a year ago. I played it on PS5, it was pretty awesome. It came out on PC too a year ago, but it was on the Epic Game Store. I don't think it did that well, but it recently released on Steam, so I'll check it out for you to see. If you like it, consider buying it, because again, it's a pretty awesome game. And I would like to see more. Also, I'm interested to see what the difference is between the PS5 version. Which had some issues. Graphical was a bit blurry, or some audio issues. This looks a lot clearer.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good. Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Apparently the game doesn't support dual sense button prompts, which since it was out on PS5, I think it should have.
Don't close your eyes.
And patch it's not something
Make it easier, but it only
very difficult either.
look out the window, pick a star, and just focus on that.
Kinda weird.
Give it a try.
This is a Telltale kind of game. If you haven't played any of those, you pick choices and people are happy or unhappy depending on what you choose.
Hadn't noticed.
It can influence the storyline.
When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
It won't be easy for Jara to step in at the 11th hour like this.
Yeah, this looks much better.
Who she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy.
I would love if we get a game
Right now.
in Starfleet Academy too. I wanted to play one for quite a while now. I know they are making a series or movie, but I would like a game too. Hopefully this will bring more games, although the company is getting bought. Paramount that has the IP rights for Star Trek, so we'll see how that goes. All right.
A starbase on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
So cool. Like the pictures. There is a way to move faster, I think, too, but we're in tutorial mode.
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the academy.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5. Anyway, I finished in the top 20. Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the academy. So, there's that.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough. But you know, I set my mind to it and it paid off.
I like the uniforms too. They look like Voyageries or TNGs.
Your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds. Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait, you're Jara Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test. You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before. I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground, so to speak.
The pleasure's mine, Ensign.
Paul Calloway.
Good to meet you.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
See you on the Resolute.
So good. I do love me some Strek. And we don't get, well, any really. This is the first Strek since that
Good day, Commander.
abomination they made of the Calvin Universe game. And before that I don't even know, apart from the online game. So much potential in this IP. Hopefully again you get more,
If I remember my briefing,
because it's awesome.
Commander Ermot is a Boolean, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
Ah, you're right. Nerves must be getting to me.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much, Commander.
There you go. Yeah, the game is so much better looking though.
Starbase.
I don't know why
4 docks.
it was such low resolution on PS5. I think it was 180p or something.
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board. Excuse me.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermot, Operations Officer on the Resolute.
Can I make this sound? Try that.
Commander,
That sounds better.
I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now. I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
It was a bit bumpy, but otherwise okay.
My apologies. This storm is unlike anything I've seen before.
The game seems to be 75. Well, my monitors
You were able to come
refresh rate
officer
locked so far,
at such short notice.
so it performs much better than the PS5 version also.
Were available to us. Coming from a premier starship and all. To our little research vessel.
What exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the Academy. Received the Starfleet Award of Valor during the Dominion War. Most recently, Tactical Officer and Chief of Security on the U.S.S. Endeavor.
You've done your homework?
Like I said, we're very lucky.
Oh yeah. The Resolute.
U.S.S. Resolute. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
Equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew.
Ouch.
At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other. That's what it means to be a crew.
I can't even begin to imagine.
That's a lot of people dead.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It does weigh heavy. There are some things you can't forget.
It's been 6 months. What's the attitude among the crew now?
Unsettled. But I hope that a new mission will help them move forward. If not, move on. Listen. I realize you've known Captain Solana for quite some time, and I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first. Until they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
Trust is earned, and it sounds like I have my work cut out for me. But I plan on winning them over.
I don't doubt that. I just figured it was better to know what you're walking into.
Of course.
Starfleet is
Okay.
a high...
Alright, so basically here it tells you, oh, you did that and that person liked it, or they disliked it, etc.
Priority mission to the Hotari region. I'll let the captain brief you on board. I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
I'm guessing the game autosaves. But I do not remember. I'll check it. They did really good work actually with the characters and the storyline, I felt.
Stuck.
I do have liked some
I got just the thing.
plasma turrets. Some things different perhaps, but all in all, they did a really good job. And it's unusual to find both main characters so sympathetic. I liked both main characters a lot, which you basically will switch between them, this guy and Rydek, or whatever her name is. That has seen better days.
That is that.
There is some form of weirdness when the camera turns, although my face stay completely the same. I'm not sure what it is.
Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to it, Millie.
And not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
Yeah, but first I want to look around.
Everything okay?
I dropped a non-ferrous connector between the coils. Gonna have to remove a few of them to find it, and then...
Ooh, then another hour of recalibrating.
Ouch. I'll leave you to it.
Hey, Diaz, can you give us some help with the transporter?
Sure.
What's the problem?
We need to test this cargo transporter.
Come on.
I've never been that great with the signal plotting.
I got it. No problem.
Alright, select waypoints to create a path through the ionic interference. The line connecting the points will lose stability if it passes through the interference. Okay. So, let's see, you want that, that.
Carter Diaz.
Whoa,
No sweat.
I'm doing something here, relax.
Buddy, get off the path!
Oh my god, his face is so good. It's a good thing it goes into space or anything.
Don't tell Chovak.
Not a word.
That was awesome. Not hurry up, I'm gonna look around. Because I can. Oh, there we go, I'm gonna go faster.
Time's a wasting.
This is something I don't like in games. Like, they put an NPC to guide you towards a path, but they keep repeating, hey, move on, come on now, etc. every 3 seconds.
Sorry.
Leave me alone. I just want to explore, look at that shuttle.
Hey Diaz, have you seen a hyperspanner around here? I last saw it near the shuttle, Ptarmigan.
I'll let you know.
Melville. Ptarmigan. There it is.
That's not where that goes. Maybe we can figure out where you're supposed to be.
Also, don't leave tools lying. Come on, if we lose gravity, it's gonna fly out and hurt someone.
Oh, hey, there it is. You're a lifesaver, Diaz.
I don't know about that, but I try.
Alrighty. I think there was a button that showed you directions. Not sure. Maybe not. Don't have to do any of this, by the way.
Oh, these are heavier than they look. Makes more sense than 0G. You're welcome.
Alright.
So clean I can see myself. And you know what? Not half bad.
Alrighty. Now we can move.
Good to see her fully operational again. And if she breaks, we'll just fix her.
Junction 34B gives you access to the tubes behind cargo storage.
And
Not after the retrofit.
nice.
Section 2, new computer reroutes.
So then,
I'm thinking we'll have to do the work.
Hey,
connect,
need any help?
then take the turbo lift from section 2 to
Okay.
wait,
Good
there's
luck.
a subfloor crossover around Junction 32B.
Engineering.
I heard the new XO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovak called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds. Hanging upside down makes me queasy.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positively contagious.
Also, se drill. I forgot.
Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Petty Officers Edselar, Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Edselar on repeated occasions.
Apologies for the delay, Commander.
I do not want your apologies.
We're also not late, but
Does not happen again.
you know. Oh, he liked that. Interesting. Why did he like that? Found Carter to be respectful and responsible when he and Edselar were almost late.
You wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
That is funny.
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
Alright.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not
Yeah, you cannot post it.
require is that you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chovak. All hands on deck.
Oh, what's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovak said. You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm body at it. And they're going to leave on schedule. Consequences be damned.
It all comes down to us, Nelly. We're the ones who will get it ready.
I know what we can do. But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Whoa.
It's that guy again.
Excuse me.
Jesus.
A lot of new faces coming on board. It's gotta be tough coming as a replacement. That's for sure.
They seem all right. Something that happened 6 months ago while they were off on another ship? Well, that's nothing to hold against them.
Yeah, you're right. I guess getting a little new blood on board doesn't hurt. Hold on. Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda!
You weren't gonna leave without me, were you?
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
I'm gonna take the high road here, pretend you didn't say that, and welcome you aboard.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy.
And so cool. Encouraged by Carter's warm reception. Oh, potential love interest.
I think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome. As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Here, let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go. See you on the other side.
Activating magnetic souls.
Oh, damn. Okay. The music is also really good. It's very tricky. All the photos. Damn. Look at that. Directing.
Captain Solano should be here momentarily.
Okay, let me check. Before I forget. No, I think the game autosaves.
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleods. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
This is also a very interesting race.
And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
Can I check the room?
He's still got a thing for trains.
Again, if you like Star Trek, this is like
Warp engine,
really good.
apparently.
This is a lot of what I wanted from Star Trek Online on some parts. Like, again, you never got the inside of the ship missions. Maybe one here and there, but nothing like this.
The first mineral Captain Solano ever discovered. Always was the nostalgic type.
Jara Rydek. Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. My only regret is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare. But, unfortunately, we've had our hands full with the refit.
That would be totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and circumstance.
You've been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make us more efficient.
This guy really likes you.
I like it. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
I heard that you had an equipment malfunction.
Is that what they're calling it? No, that's just someone being generous. If anything, it was a leadership malfunction. We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career? Right there, within our grasp. Until it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship can handle. It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility. It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
I'm not sure.
Being too hard on yourself. It wasn't your fault.
It's not a question of blame. It's about responsibility. No matter what the circumstances. In my defense, I will say, might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of pushback from my former XO, and I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account.
You say that now, but...
If you decide on the course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
Whether I agree or disagree, I can promise that I'll be honest to a fault.
Good. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But at the end of the day, it has to be my call. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least I can't.
It's very forthright.
In the balance here. We need a win.
Too forthright, perhaps, for a captain.
Restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hotari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater. But the diplomat will brief us on the details of the rendezvous.
So basically, we're being sent into the eye of a storm, more powerful than anything on record.
Well, yes. But we're taking every precaution. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
Thank you, but I feel like I still have so much to learn.
You'll have plenty of opportunity. And if you're willing to put in the work, I'll do everything in my power to help you along the way. Come, let me introduce...
Alright. Was reassured by Jara's modesty and leadership potential after the first meeting.
You to the crew.
Cool. Look at the ship.
Everyone, if I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business. One of? What he lacks in humility.
He's very informal compared to Picard, let's say.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time, and I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
That's very kind of you to say. I'm happy to be here.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves, and you were one of those people once. But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done, but you definitely set a standard to strive for.
I don't know what to say. That's incredibly flattering, thank you.
I hope someday I can follow in your footsteps.
Alright.
I'm sure you will.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please, do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Hollow Diaz. Just like they've got on the Excelsior.
That's cool. What is the point of that, though?
The helm. The Resolute is a refitted Centaur class, meaning it's capable of quick maneuvers. Can't wait to see what she can do.
Alright.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
And I'm gonna end the first look here. Again, don't want to spoil too much. Pretty fucking good game, I can say after I finished it. It runs much better on PC. If you like Trek or you like adventures in the vein of Telltale Games, I definitely recommend it. You can check it out yourself, the demo, or you can buy it. It's just $25, so that's pretty cheap for what it is. And it's pretty meaty too, it's not like 4 hours or something. Anyway, thank you for watching. As usual, feel free to leave me a comment, subscribe, like, you know the drill. Have a good day. See you next time.